test. You guys can hear me now, right? Can you hear me now? I think I had the wrong mic source selected on my OBS. I should be good now, right? There's a little delay, so I won't see your comments for a second. Okay, cool. All right, so this live is special for you guys, the people that have been following along from the beginning when it was joining the Navy at 40, and it took so long that now it's joining the Navy at 41. Here's a little teaser. They give you this when you swear in. Also, can you see the shirt? The shirt as well. So we are in the Navy. We are sworn into the delayed entry program. Thank you, I know. Miracle. I wanted to show you guys my original dream sheet. This is the one I wrote when I was doing research, when I first decided I wanted to try to get in the Navy. So this is when I didn't really know much about these jobs, so I didn't really have them in order. This was just kind of like initial. And then these were like backup jobs if I couldn't get these ones. So I found out that AWS and AWF, which is Aviation Warfare Sierra, or it's actually supposed to be Romeo, and F is, I think, like the air crew that just work on the helicopter while they're flying. I actually don't qualify for those because of age, and there's supposed to be a special tryout to get into those. I also, yesterday, there was some mix-up with my transcripts, with my school transcripts, because I got my GED. So the adult school that I went to doesn't give you the actual certificate that says like high school equivalency diploma. They just give you a paper that says your scores for each area, because you have to do like history, science, English, math, all that, you know. And you have to be able to pass at a high school equivalent to get your GED. So it's basically like testing out a high school. Not as prestigious as actually passing high school, but it's an equivalent. So they didn't like my transcript from the school. So I'm at MEPS. I literally have a headache today from all the freaking roller coaster of emotion I was going through. I was at MEPS yesterday, and the person who's trying to help me confirm all of my paperwork, they go over all the paperwork you've turned in with you and ask you, you know, hey, is this right? Is this right? Is this right? Everything, addresses, all your NACES stuff. It's a lot of stuff. And the lady got to the part with the transcripts, and she didn't like it. She wanted a certificate. So my recruiters were scattering to try to help me get it approved. They're calling all these people, all these chiefs, trying to be like, yo, like, let's help this guy get in. Like, what's going on? That his transcripts say the same thing. It's actually more detailed than what a certificate says. The certificate just says my name and says I completed, but the transcripts say the scores. It says pass, says my social security number, whatever. So my recruiter told me, hey, go on the GED department website and apply for a replacement. You know, worst case scenario, I got to come back to finish up. And I was telling him, I was getting so frustrated because I thought like today was the day, you know, after all the drama I've had with my past recruiter and stuff, I was like riding on cloud nine. I was like, man, this is the day. Everything is going to work out for me. Like everything I've been praying for. And I was like, then I just crashed. Boom. I was like, dang, this website said, the GED website said it was going to take 2 to 4 weeks to get my certificate. Man, let me tell you guys, I was so down on myself. I was so like defeated and upset, and my face went from like a smile and a good mood to just, I was just in the corner hating life. I was pissed. Dude, I was so mad. I was mad at everyone. I was mad at myself. I was mad at my past recruiter. I was mad at everybody at MEPS. Not even their fault. It's just I'm being honest with you guys about my emotions in the moment. I started praying, and I was like, man, I need some kind of miracle or something right now. And 2 hours after I literally had $20 in my bank account. That was it. The replacement certificate was $18. So I ordered it. I was like, okay, I'll order it now. So whatever. If I have to come back in 2 to 4 weeks, I'm not gonna give up. I was mad, but I wasn't gonna give up. That website, the GED.com, sent my certificate in 2 hours. I got my certificate in my email by 2:45. And then my recruiter was there. My recruiter Colin, I love that dude. That dude's literally my brother. He came to MEPS and he was helping me try to figure out how to share the document because it was locked. The website only gave you like 7 download opportunities. And then it wasn't easy to share. It was like password protected. So now we're like, dude, if we can't figure this out right now, like MEPS is gonna close at 4. Like I'm gonna be out of here. Like we're gonna have to come back again. So one of the chiefs there, love the dude. He told us what to do. He gave me a workaround how to fix it, how to take advantage of the document I had. It worked. My Petty Officer Sullivan, who was back at my recruiting station, I sent it to him. He stamped it, signed it, uploaded it to the whatever website they use where they have to upload it and share it to MEPS. MEPS right away saw, and MEPS, the people at MEPS, by the way, in the Navy office, all knew me by name. All of them were involved. Everybody was doing everything they could to help me. So salute to them. Like, love those people. Finally, I get to go back and talk to my classifier. And my classifier is like, saw my top job was CTR. They asked me for 3 jobs. They gave me a sheet of paper. And they said, put your 3 jobs you want up here and confirm some of your information. It's like easy little form. You just put like your name, phone number, and all that, and then your 3 jobs. So I put CTR, IS, and RP. Okay. Then the classifier told me, she said, we do not process intel or special warfare jobs after 2 p.m. So in that process, in that approval process, so they call a separate area, a whole nother office, and they give them your ID or whatever, the person on the other side of the phone, and they keep it on speakerphone so you can hear everything. The person says, oh, future recruit Hill, and she says yes, and they confirm some of my identity to make sure that it's me, not someone else by mistake. And what they had to do was they had to, because I wanted to swear in yesterday, so they used my backup job. So if you don't know, if you choose Intel or Special Warfare, you have to choose a backup job. So even Navy SEALs, all of them, they have to choose another job in case they don't make it through the process. So I always knew, if you guys have been following along, you know that I always knew there was a chance I couldn't pass the top secret clearance background check. I lived in China for 5 years. My son's mom, my ex-wife, is Chinese. I thought all that stuff was going to be against me, to be honest. I'm just a very realistic person. I'm not pessimistic, but I'm realistic. So that's why I also had jobs chosen that were outside of Intel that I would be happy with. And like I showed you here, my original dream sheet, you can see here I have mass media specialist, which is what an MC is, and then I have RP religious. You can see right over here. This website is really cool. I'm going to show it to you, no pun intended. Let me show you here. Let me show you ratings. Okay, click on ratings. Go down here and you can search all the jobs you want. Okay. Scroll down here to RP, Religious Program Specialist. Okay. Click select. And then, where is it? Right here where it says rating information card. Click on that. And then here you'll get to see. Can you guys see all that? Okay, I'm blocking some of it. Let's see. Come on, computer. That. Scoot this over. Drag this out a little bit. Okay, you guys can see that, right? Okay, so Religious program specialist. This is the job I got, by the way. This is what's on my contract. Let me see if there's something here I could show you without giving my information. Because my social security number and stuff is on here. Here, I could show you like this. Okay, I'm just making sure there's nothing on here that's gonna freaking dox me. So right here, religious specialist program. SG means school guarantee, A school. Okay, and then they have the year contract and they have an extension there. So 4 years of service, and you have to do 4 years of reserve duty unless you re-enlist. So 8 years of service. That's standard contract. There is a $10,000 bonus. So there's a $5,000 bonus for the job of RP, and there was a $5,000 bonus to enlist in March. I also heard there was a $10,000 bonus to enlist in February, but they didn't give me that option. So we took March. Otherwise, I would have taken February, to be honest. RP program specialists provide programmatic and administrative support to Navy chaplains in developing programs to meet the needs of the Navy and Marine Corps personnel and their families. RPs perform functions that do not require ordination, and they do not do pastoral counseling. So you are not a chaplain. You're not a pastor. You're not a father. You're not a preacher. You help the chaplain. The chaplain is the one that does the pastoral counseling. You have to go through special schooling and stuff like that in order to give people, like legit discipleship. Like you can, you can help, your brother, friend or whatever, give them advice, out of the Bible. But like an actual person who went to school for that is the only person who can do that. So some people might think that's what you have to do, but you don't. So I'm here to clear that up for you. Here's specifics what RPs do. Supporting chaplains of all faiths and religious activities of the command. So there are people on the ship who are Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, all that. You help the chaplain in setting up for those ceremonies. So Muslims need their carpet on the ground facing a certain direction so they can do their prayer stuff. You got to set that up for them to come do it. It doesn't mean you have to believe that stuff, but you have to learn how to set up for all those things, and you have to respect those religions and cultures. You also help the chaplain maintaining records, escalatal documents, and references of various faith group. This is stuff you're going to learn on the job, you guys. They don't expect you to know all this stuff. We'll get down to it here later, what the schooling is. Maintain liaison with religious and community agencies. I don't 100% know what this is. I think what it is, to be honest, is basically you're like the assistant slash secretary slash helper of the chaplain. So you're probably the in-between person for the chaplain and the people who use those services. So you probably got to take notes, hey, this person of this faith has this concern or this need, and then I pass that on to the chaplain, and the chaplain will either, and this is all assuming, you guys. I don't know everything about this yet. I haven't done it yet, so. And then, but just from being alive and working for so long, I kind of have an idea of how things work. And then I'm sure the chaplain is either going to give me a directive of how to achieve that mission, or tell me to tell the person that's unreasonable, or or we'd happily accommodate, et cetera, et cetera. You guys can fill in the rest there. Assisting in preparation of devotional and religious educational materials and audiovisual displays. That's kind of basically what I was just telling you about setting up and stuff like that. Determining, developing, managing, and maintaining the administrative and logistical support requirements of religious programs aboard ships, shore stations, hospitals, Marine Corps units, and other sea service commands. RPs service Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines. Unlike chaplains, RPs are not exempt from combat status. This is where it gets kind of fun. So chaplains cannot fight, they can't have guns, they can't use weapons, anything like that. And that's where the RP comes in. Operating and maintaining liberties aboard ships and isolated duty stations. Libraries. Sorry, I said liberties. Libraries. Performing bookkeeping and accounting functions related to religious offerings, fund transactions. So when people, tithe and things like that, and they donate, it's going to be the RP's job to help, if not my responsibility. I don't know exactly the details of that yet, but if you've ever been to church, you've seen at some point during the service people walk around with collection plates or bins or buckets or boxes or whatever, and you put your offering in there, and then they use that for specific things. Usually, it depends on what church you go to. So it'll be interesting to see what the Navy uses tithing for. It might be to just support the actual religious group. Maybe for things they want to buy. Say they want to upgrade their things that they pray to. Their what's the right way to say it? Idols. Maybe they want to upgrade their idols, or maybe there's some religious program or speaker or something they want to pay to come and speak to them. Maybe that's what they use the tithing for. Maybe they donate to charity. I don't know. We'll see. I know how the church I go to does it. They say it. They're very open about it. As custodians, rigging and unrigging for religious activities. So that's the one where I was saying setting up. Rigging and unrigging just means setting up and taking it down. That's just Navy terms, rigging and unrigging. So you're going to set up for all of the religious activities. So, Catholics have different stuff than Christians, different idols and things like that. Catholics have a tabernacle and Christians don't have a tabernacle. Just was one example. So, and this is all stuff you guys don't have to know this. This is just stuff I know from just my own research and time being alive and, being with friends, going to different churches and stuff like that. Publicizing the command's religious activities. So I'm going to have to probably speak to people, let people know what's going on. I might have to go and speak on I think they call it the 1M or the mic that goes over the PA system. I'll probably have to go on there and say, hey, I'll have a script and a professional way to say it, but Christmas services will be at this time and Easter services, that's just some examples, stuff like that. Training command religious program volunteers on logistics and instruction methods. Thank you, Christopher, my weak bone. I was just kind of going over this stuff for some of the homies, so they could see what we do. Training command religious program volunteers on logistics and instruction methods. Okay, so there's going to be volunteers. So when you're, there might be people in a choir. There could be people who go around and collect the tithings. It's going to be my job to help train them on timing and where to go, where to move, and where to put things and all that stuff. So I'm going to have to learn it, and then I'm going to have to help control the volunteers. Supervising chaplain's office personnel. See, I didn't know about that. I thought I was going to be the chaplain's office personnel. So obviously you get put in a supervisor role. Kind of cool. Performing administrative, clerical, and secretarial duties. Like I said, you're going to be the chaplain's personal assistant. So anything they need, if they need you to go deliver paperwork, if they need you to mail stuff, there might be that you have to type out, how much tithing there was for each religion, organize it, count it, and then you have to document it. So stocking and maintaining field mount out boxes. I don't know what this is. If I had to guess, I would say this is probably something that they take out where they have Bibles and rosary beads and probably things to give to people who need them, who are out in the field. Who, people lose their Bibles or maybe they forgot to bring one. Stuff like that, I'm sure. There's other things other religions do, and I'm sure we're going to have that stuff. Career path after recruit training. Enlistees are taught the fundamentals of this rating through the on-job training of formal Navy schooling, advanced technical and operational training available in this rating during later stages of career development. So, first school you go to is Class A school in Meridian, Mississippi. 5 weeks, basic skills required in rating. So all that stuff we were talking about up here that I didn't know about, I don't know what it is. This is where they're going to tell you about it. They're going to tell you how to be professional and how to do, what is expected of you. But like I said, you guys, I'm pretty sure the A school is going to be super easy if you pay attention, don't mess around. And I think the bulk of what you learn is going to honestly be on the job training. They don't expect you to be an expert at your job after 5 weeks. It's just a crash course. They're going to teach you safety stuff, how to salute people, stuff like that. Now, I don't know if right at the graduation of A school, if you can ask to go to C school. From what I've heard, sometimes you get attached to a squadron or, however you're supposed to get stationed with a group or wherever you're going to be. Sometimes they're not accessible, or like say you're getting attached to a squadron and the squadron is in Yokosuka, Japan, and they just left port and they're going out to the Red Sea for some time, or maybe they've been out there and they're not coming back for a while. That squadron will know that they're getting a new RP. That chaplain will know, and they'll say, hey, just go ahead and send that new guy to C school. That is one way that you can get sent to C school, and that's really cool. I'm looking forward to going to C school because you actually go to, it's right here, it says Camp Johnson, but its original name is Camp Lejeune, which is in North Carolina, and it's 8 weeks of basic Marine combat skills. So you get to shoot, you get hand-to-hand, you get to do the freaking pump, whatever those sticks are, the giant Q-tips where you get to fight people. That sounds like fun. Hospital corpsmen in the Navy also do this same one, so you'll be with corpsmen, because corpsmen also get attached to Marines. The Marines don't have their own corpsmen or chaplains. It's all Navy stuff. You also, when you're there, you have to learn Marine ranks and things like that. The titles of their ranks aren't the same as the Navy, so if you're going to be working with the Marines, you have to learn how to address them properly, especially when they outrank you. And everybody's going to outrank me. My ship date is March 17th, so that's kind of cool. It's someone said it's St. Patrick's Day, so that'll make it easy to always remember my ship date. St. Patrick's Day 2025. After A school, religious program specialists are assigned to serve under Navy chaplains at Navy and Marine Corps fleet units and shore stations throughout the world. During a 20-year period in the Navy, RP spend about 50% of the time assigned to a fleet units and 50% shore stations. So it says you'll be half your time you'll be on land and half your time you'll be on a ship. Some people say, some of the people, like my recruiter said, that on like small ships, they've never seen chaplains or RPs or anything like that. They're mostly on like big ships or on land. So we'll see. Opportunities: about 700 active duty and nearly 300 reservists work in the RP rating. That's not many people, you guys. Dang, that's a small group. Qualified and self-motivated people have good opportunity for entry into this rating. I heard this, well, the people, my classifier and everybody in MEP said they'd never seen someone get this job, RP. My recruiter said because this is a very, people who have this job are very happy, and they don't leave. They end up retiring. Someone else told me that it's hard to advance in this job because of that reason, because there aren't people leaving. It was his belief that the way you rank up is by someone leaving and then everybody above you move up and then you move up like that as well. Like he was trying to say, like, not all the RPs are E6s basically. So we will see. Qualifications and interests. People in this rating must possess a valid driver's license and understand their work schedule may require duties to be performed in the evenings and on weekends and holidays. Applicants should be able to express ideas clearly in speaking to others, do detailed work and repetitive tasks, and keep accurate records. Necessary qualities include an interest in people, writing skills, initiative, resourcefulness, and knowledge of arithmetic, Religious program specialists will do supportive and clergy and people of all faiths, set high standards, and be a good moral character. So the arithmetic is literally just being able to add and subtract because, like I said, you're just going to be counting money and, writing down how much you got, like for the tithing and stuff, for the donations. So you can. Oh, I didn't know. See, I didn't even read this part here. Earn college credit. The American Council on Education recommends that semester hour credits be awarded in the vocational certificate and lower division bachelor's associate's degree categories for courses taken in this rating on word processing or data entry applications and office management procedures. See the college credits available in joint services transcript for this rating. Cool, I didn't know about that. I'll have to look at that. Earn a college degree. The United States Naval Community College was established in 2019 to provide educational opportunities for active duty enlisted personnel in the Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard. It offers a range of degree programs, including a Naval Studies Certificate that contributes towards the credits needed for an associate's degree. The USNCC aims to enhance the professional development of service members by facilitating the transfer of military training and experience into academic credits, thereby supporting their educational career advancement within the military context. So, I can take the Navy community college classes and get my associate's degree. And this is all free. You can do this. They also have tuition assistance. So if I do the United States Naval Community College, get all my basic classes, maybe they don't have a class or degree or something that I want, I can use tuition assistance, which is totally free, doesn't count against your GI Bill. I can use that while I'm in the military to get another degree. Voluntary education. Let's slow it down. Voluntary educational support for professional growth and academic pursuits. The Navy College program is voluntary education initiative designed to support active duty sailors and eligible reservists in pursuing their academic goals during their off-duty time. It offers various educational resources, including counseling and advice from education service specialists, as well as financial assistance through Navy tuition assistance. That's what I was telling you. So Navy tuition assistance is free for people in the military. The program encompasses multiple components, including the Navy College program for afloat college education, which allows sailors to take college courses while deployed. Celebrating over 50 years of service, the Navy College program aims to empower service members to achieve their educational aspirations and enhance their professional development. So the military has so much stuff for people who want to make themselves better. You just have to do it. I don't think at the beginning of your career any of this stuff will be practical, if I'm going to be 100% honest. I think you're going to be spending a majority of your time trying to assimilate and acclimate and try to fit in and know your job. I think, me personally, I think this is going to be something you would start trying to look into in year 2 in the military. My personal opinion. They have other awards and things like that that you can start earning right away when you go on ships and things like surface warfare pins and stuff like that. I would focus on that first. This is my opinion without having been in the military, so take it for what it is. The surface warfare pins and air warfare pins and whatever applies to what you're doing, those things directly correlate to life where you're at, to your job. So getting that award also helps you earn the respect of your shipmates, but it also helps you become better at being a shipmate, if that makes sense. You'll have plenty of time to do this stuff. You have 4 years. Plus, you also have time in the reserves as well. This all applies to that. You saw when we read it. So you actually have 8 years to do this stuff. I would personally spend the first 2 years trying to be good at your job in the military. That's my personal opinion, and that can change once I actually get in. Earned Department of Labor nationally recognized apprenticeships. The United States Military Apprenticeship Program is a formal military training program that provides active duty and Navy training administration of the reserves, service members the opportunity to improve their job skills and to complete their civilian apprenticeship requirements while they're on active duty. That is sick. You guys hear that? You can get civilian qualifications and certificates. Legit, you can become journeyman while you're in the military. That is so cool. The U.S. Department of Labor provides a nationally recognized certificate of completion upon program completion. Visit United States Military Apprenticeship Program for apprenticeships. I mean, that probably doesn't apply to what I'm doing, RP, but if, say, you're in the CBs or something like that, this is a big deal, you guys. If you're a steel worker, if you're an electrician, if you're an HVAC, if you're a builder, if you're a operator, like you operate heavy equipment, I would hardcore look into this because if you don't, you're missing out. You're going to have to go through an apprenticeship when you get out of the military if you don't. Earn industry recognized credentials. Navy Cool catalogs and defines comprehensive information on occupational credentials, including certifications, licenses, and apprenticeships, correlating with every Navy rating and some collateral duties. It provides how-to instructions for pursuing these credentials, links to credentialing organizations, and cross-references to programs that help sailors pay for credentialing fees. Shortly following the initial rating, technical training, Class A technical school, sailors may be able to take advantage of earning civilian industry certifications and licenses, credentials, funded through Navy Cool. That is so awesome, you guys. Like, literally, there's no reason not to join the military. Like, if you're a person who can't afford school or you don't know how to get into this kind of stuff, right here. Oh, it's on this side. Right here. Look at this, you guys, okay? You guys can go to this website. Earn skill sets towards civilian-related occupations. The skill sets for this rating crosswalk to civilian-related occupations listed by the U.S. Department of Labor. See related civilian, federal, and military Sea Lift Command occupations for this rating on Navy Cool. So maybe let's go there. I doubt there's going to be anything for RP. How do we even figure this out? Oh, we're here. Religious Program Senior Supervisor. Religious Program Senior Supervisors serve as advisors of professional naval chaplaincy. Duties include assisting and supervising the support of provision and facilitation of religious ministry, supporting the care of service members and their families, advising chaplains and leadership on morale, planning, executing, and supporting the command religious program with data collection, research, and analysis. Supervisors provide technical experience on force protection requirements for religious ministry teams in expeditionary and combat environments. Assesses RMTs on the delivery of RM. Advises Chaplain Corps on manpower, personnel training, and education policy and programs. Religious Program Specialist. So this one is the later on, when you rank up. This one would be me right here. Religious Program Specialist, support professional naval chaplaincy, assist on the provision, and with all the stuff we just read. I don't see here where note Nav Admin 16823 announced E1 to E4 Navy-wide apprentice advancement policy that advances apprentice pay grade sailors based on time and service, eliminating the requirement for the E4 Navy-wide advancement exam. So this is just saying that if you've been in whatever, it's like 6 months to E2, 6 months to E3, 6 months to E4. So if you're in, for a year, you just automatically become an E4. You don't have to take a test or anything like that. And this also, same thing for that. I'm trying to see. So this is just saying how you rank up. This is all stuff you can look up, you guys, for your job. This is something you learn in boot camp. Sailor's Creed. Seaman recruit to Master Chief roadmap. So Master Chief is the highest enlisted rank. Master Chief of the fleet. I think is the absolute highest Master Chief. Or Master Chief of the Navy. What is career roadmap for religious program specialist? Yeah, that's kind of just a baloney thing here. Just basically all the stuff we just read. So we would have to actually zoom in on this stuff here because I'm blind. Okay. Religious program specialist, RP, support, professional naval, chaplaincy, support the provision of facilities. That's all the same stuff we just read. Years of service, 27 to 30. So it looks like it starts down this way. So it goes from the bottom up. So new, recruit training and all schools on training events required to be completed prior to reporting to their first operational command. So A school, hopefully C school in your first, year less plus or minus, when you start basically. Then your first 1 to 3 years, first sea tour duty. So they go on aircraft carriers, LHAs, LHDs. I don't know what an AS is. I don't know what an MEF is. This might be some marine situation. Div, MA, CLB. I don't know what these things mean yet. I could Google it. Like, what is a... Let's see. Too bad it doesn't have a hyperlink here. What is an MEF? Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Marine Expeditionary Force. That's like I thought. So you could be stationed to Greenside to a Marine Expeditionary Force. Then we got, let's see. Let's look up CLB. Combat Logistics Battalion. So maybe Navy SEALs. Who knows? Maybe Swift or what do they call them? Yeah, dang, I forgot what they're called. Swick? What are those guys called again? I forget. But yeah, you can also, let's see, where was the other one? MAW. I'm sure that's a Marine, another Marine one. We'll look it up though. Marine Aircraft Wing, just like I said. Though, see, some of this stuff you can just guess. Then we got Div. Naval Division. Subdivision of a squadron or flotilla. So you might be... A division is going to be like a number of ships. And you'll be assigned to them. Why do I keep clicking on the wrong thing? Let's see. And CVN I already know is an aircraft carrier. LHA. Let's see what that is. Landing helicopter assault. And an LHD. Landing helicopter deck. So two types of amphibious assault ships used by the Navy. So like I said, they don't really go on small ships. That's what my friend told me. That's what my recruiter told me. Oh, we can look up AS. Aviation Support Equipment Technician. No, that's not it. I'm sure that's not what it is. I'm sure it means something else. Maybe Assault Squadron. Then after that, you go in. So it looks like they want to have you on sea duty, or you could be Greenside. So it says first sea tour, but if you're getting assigned to Marines, to Marine, I forgot what that was called again. Marine Expeditionary Force. That's the Marines that are going out on foot, or Marine Air Wing. You could be, on land as well. So even though it says first sea tour, you could still be on land. It says it literally right here. Also, I don't know what the combat people are either. So that could be on land as well. Second, 3 to 6 years. So this is going to be closer to your re-enlistment time because 4 years, your contract. Shore tour, billet, staff, RP, duty, chapel. So you're going to be, you know, in the chapel on a base. Qualifications, RP manager's course. So there's more schooling they're going to send you to. Basic enlisted, PME, and I can't remember what it said PME was. I think that's the like the RP manager situation. And BEPME master training specialist sergeant's course. I think this is a Marine situation right here because they don't have sergeants in the Navy. So this is going to be a special Marine qualification here. And then if you decided to re-enlist, which I'm going to do, now we're getting here in your 5th year, you'll be getting experience with this stuff. Maybe your 6th year as well. And then after your 6th year, you can try, I don't know why it says 4.5 years here. Essentially this is, you know, 5 years. Second sea tour duty, all the same stuff. I don't know what a CG is. I think that's a Coast Guard. And then more Marines. More Marine stuff. More Marine stuff. Ministry Center. MARSOC. Oh, DevGru? What? You guys. Oh! You get to freaking be a chaplain for DevGru and MARSOC? I literally am getting goosebumps right now. Oh, dude. That is sick. And then obviously there's some more cool qualification stuff that they're going to send you to. Let's see what some of these are. Dude, MARSOC and DevGru? Enlisted Fleet Marine Force Warfare Specialist. Oh, look at that freaking... Oh, look at that freaking pin, you guys. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, look at that. The freaking rifles and the waves. And then the globe and anchor. Oh, that is so sick. Dude, this is stuff I'm learning with you guys right now that I did not know about this stuff. I had no idea. Enlisted Aviation Warfare Specialist. So if you get attached to an aviation people, you can get all of these, by the way, in your career. You could literally be decked out with all of these. This is so sick. It's a silver wings with the anchor here in the middle. Air warfare pin. Oh my gosh. I want to see what more of these are. These are so cool, you guys. Enlisted Surface Warfare Specialist. So that's a surface warfare pin that anybody can get on a ship. I mean, you got to be squared away to get it, but it's a really cool pin as well. It's like a ship with waves. It's a cool one. EXW. Oh man, if you guys are here watching this right now, put down in the comments that's dope, so I can see that you're in this part of the video. Enlisted Expeditionary Warfare Specialist. Dude, I'm so hyped right now. You guys don't understand. I'm going to have to call my dad and tell him about this. He's going to be so hyped. I had no idea. In the Navy, EJPM E1 stands for Enlisted Joint Professional Military Education 1, which is an online course designed to prepare enlisted leaders to understand and operate in joint military environments, including leading members from multiple services. Okay, so that's important as you get a higher rank when you're, you know, closer, when you're like in E4 and then going up towards chief. You kind of have to know this stuff because like you saw, chaplains are with the Coast Guard and you're with the Marines and the Navy. So you have to learn about joint force leadership and how to be a leader in all of those branches. So that makes sense. Dude, I have to send this to my friend here. What does the 36 here mean? Seashore flow? So it's 36 months is the length of that tour. Then 9 to 12 years, you're going to be an RP1, RP2, or you could be either one. So you're an RP Seaman Apprentice, RP Seaman, RP3, RP2, RP1. You're going up in rank here. Now we're going to get to 9 to 12 years, which really is like 7. Or no, what is it? It's 9, yeah. No, it's going to be like, because I said this was 5. So this is going to be like 5 to 8. And so on and so forth. So here we are, close to your second re-enlistment time now. So if you're re-enlisting again, this is about how many years you need to get up to this. You're going to be commissioned to LDOs, OCSs, or this is probably another Marine thing. Let's see what an LDO is. I don't remember looking that up. An officer technical manager fills leadership roles in the line or staff corps. LDOs are a primary source of manpower for billets that require technical expertise. Okay. So I wonder, that kind of sounds like a warrant officer. A limited duty officer. Let's see what OCS. I think this is officer candidate school. I think that's what it's going to tell me, but I don't know if that's what that means. Yeah. I don't know if that's actually what that is. I'll have to find out. I don't have to worry about that right away because you need a lot of time anyways. Medical Enlisted Commissioning Program, which is a pathway for active duty enlisted sailors and Marines to earn a bachelor's degree in nursing and become a commissioned officer. So that's just something you can do, not something you have to do. But you will become an LPO in this job here. And I think there's going to be a lot of Navy Marine stuff. Lots of cool stuff. Oh, you can work in the brig as well. Interesting. So that's jail. Military jail. You could work at the Marine headquarters, the Naval Academy, the Navy Marine RTC. Let's see what Credo is. Some of these things I'm just guessing. It kind of just makes sense. Credo, or Chaplain's Religious Enrichment Development Operation, is a program in the Navy that helps sailors and their families improve their spiritual well-being and resiliency. Credo offers workshops, so I'll be working in that potentially. And then 12 to 15 years, Senior Enlisted Advisor, LPO, aircraft carriers. Let's see what a C5F is. Sounds like a plane or something, doesn't it? Commander of the U.S. 5th Fleet. Dang, be a chaplain to the 5th Fleet or 7th Fleet. Let's see what an MLG is. Marine something probably. Marine Logistics Group. That one sounds kind of weak. Ministry Center, CVN, Div, ACE. Probably some air carrier group. A fighter pilot in the... Oh, you could be a chaplain's assistant, a RP to ACES. That's hardcore as well. That's pretty sick. Yeah. And it just keeps getting better and better. Operational nav. DevGru again. So cool. This is pretty cool. I didn't know that it had this cool of stuff in here, you guys, if I'm going to be 100% honest. Oh, man, and it just gets crazy. So I'm probably going to be close to retiring around this time because I'm going to be 62. So they might not let me get this stuff up here. But that's a long ways away. That's 20 years away right here. So I'll probably be coming back and looking at this list every couple years and seeing what I need to build up to these advancements. Fourth Seed Tour. This is crazy stuff, you guys. I legit had no idea about any of this. So, super cool. Ship date's March 17th. If you stayed this long, please put down in the comments St. Patrick's Day. Let me know who's in here at the end of the videos. If you have any questions about this, please put them down in the comments. You know, I'll answer them, especially as I find out. I'll ask my recruiter. I already told my recruiter I'm doing these videos, and that if I have any questions for you guys, I'll ask him, and he said, yep, no problem. He'll answer everything that you guys have. He said, shoot the questions. You can also call my recruiter at the Redlands Navy recruiter. You just look it up on Google Maps. It'll give you their phone number. You could ask for Colin Osterloh or Petty Officer Osterloh. He's the man. Super pumped. There's still a lot of stuff I want to know. If you guys have any questions also that you think I should ask, let me know, because that would help me out too. The wife's excited. I'm excited. Like you guys saw, like I said, you know, at the beginning, it might not be a cool intel job, but it was on my original dream sheet. So don't give up on your dreams, you guys. You don't know exactly where you're going to go when you're chasing down your dreams, but have alternatives and backup plans to it. You know, you have to be realistic. Things can happen. I think I only had I scored up to a 5 on the depth perception test, and to be an MC, you have to have up to a 7. So that disqualified me from that, and I had no idea until I went through. I didn't qualify for CTR because of my background check. I think there was a couple other things they said before I even applied for it, but I did qualify for IS, except I couldn't pass the background check. So I'm really happy I got RP. I think it's pretty groovy, and yeah, I'll probably make another video before I ship out. My recruiter said, he said, I asked him what's the next step, you know, between now and March 17th. He said, before you ship, he needs me to come down for my 72-hour in-dock. So I don't know what that is. As soon as I do, I'll make another video for you guys on that, okay? So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Before, I'm going to go Monday. Today is Thursday the 6th. So this coming Monday, I'm going to go down there. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll ask them for you. If not, wait and see what I say when I come back. All right? Thank you guys for following. You guys are the best ever. Thank you guys. And I'm going to make more content even after boot camp as well. So if I disappear for 9 weeks, don't trip out. I'll be back for A school, and I'll give you more information then. All right? Woo! Let's go.